Great start for the lobby.
And I can't even leave because I'm hosting.
Yeah, you can't. Right, let's go live.
Oh, there we go.
3.
Now it's working.
Yep,
18
timer
minutes.
switch reset on mine as well.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
hello
perfect.
everyone and welcome to TTFL. I'd say CPT 1 and 2. It's a merge
CPT
combined.
combined.
Lots of acronyms. But we put both tiers together for the season finale. We are at Abu Dhabi. So, Tier 1 stand-ins on your screen now. Scarenzi has got the lead. It is mathematically possible for Thornicus to take the championship, but for that to happen, he needs to win, and Scarenzi not score a point. In Tier 2, things are a lot closer. Panda out in front with a 3-point lead over SMHCRN, who I don't think's racing tonight. But Mrs. Carl and Vader are in close contention as well, so it'll be one to keep an eye on there, as we have done on previous merged races. The points will be allocated on a per tier basis, so tier 1 drivers will be allocated first, second, third, fourth and fifth, and then tier 2 will be allocated first through 14th. And the points will be as they normally would be.
It's basically just multi-class racing for people that are familiar with like Le Mans series,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's pretty much the same thing, and it's like having an LMP1 and an LMP2 class.
So Zodak is the furthest. No, he's not. It's an Aston Panda.
Just before we get started on the laps, am I too loud, too quiet, clear, not clear?
You're spot on to me. Hopefully, anyone listening
Okay,
on stream,
that's fine.
if you're being deafened, let us know.
Yep, let me know because I have no idea what happens with this mic.
I think your volume out on stream gets controlled by my PlayStation's output volume, which should be about right.
Okay. Okay, if there's any issues, just let me know if anyone's watching. Okay, Panda. First guy on a lap.
Just coming down the first DRS straight now into the heavy braking. Gets it rotated nicely through there, back on the power nice and early. Into the second DRS as Speedy rejoins the lobby.
Full grid now in place. Scotty's joined him at Alpine.
Good. Hopefully Scotty's wheel keeps working tonight.
Oh, we'll see him drive straight on. Quite a neat first attempt from Panda so far.
Yeah, keeping it well within the limits.
Nothing spectacular needed at this point anyway. It's a nice solid first lap. Oh, who's that?
Ferrari.
That's HKMTY LMZ. Not an ideal way to start your flying lap.
26-2 for Panda to start us off. Next round will be Zodak, just coming around the final corner now. Does a 27-7. That's a Frenzy starting his lap. Curly does a 26-284. So there's a couple of hundredths off of Panda for that first lap.
Curly seems to have improved a lot in the last two races.
He's got some good pace in him. So is that Heffy's on the end of his outlap. Viper just coming round the final corner now.
Now, you see, putting 25 laps of fuel in Panda, not going to be great for your lap time.
Oh,
But It's got to be reassuring to still be at the top after 6 people have come round.
He's done his setup and done a run on heavy fuel, hasn't he, and saved it. Or he really is that confident he'll make it through, as Simseku goes to the top with the 25.2. When I heard you saying about 25 laps of fuel, I thought for a minute you were on board with Frenzy, but Frenzy's running 38 laps of fuel.
We all know what Frenzy does.
Still a 29.1. With that,
Frenzy's very
that
quick.
fuel load, that's a good time. I think that's nearly faster than my fastest lap on Monday.
Not much of a marker, is it, Rob?
No, to be fair.
Could be worse. Could have been disqualified.
Yeah, for waiting to let people pass before you recover on track.
How inconsiderate of me. Who's coming round? Who's crossing the line? That looks like Mrs. Cobb. Yep, goes P4. 26.6. You might not need to go out again, Pay Panda.
Yeah, he had to put 25 laps of fuel in by mistake. But yeah, I think you'll...
No, I was reading that. I wasn't looking at his dash. I just read his comment. That's all. I'm not telepathic or anything.
I need to work on my screen positioning, because where it is, it's good, but I keep forgetting to look up to see the comments.
I mean, in fairness, I've got your stream on my phone, just like on my leg, so I keep looking down just to see if anyone's commented, while simultaneously flicking through on my controller, which feels weird because I'm so used to controlling everything on wheel and eating Maltesers and drinking beer. So I have several multitaskings going on at this moment in
Panda
time.
had saved his setup with high fuel load and forgot to check it.
Well, might not be any harm done.
Thank you.
At least hooked
Thank
it
you
up.
for the follow, Ben. Much appreciated, mate. Trying to get to 50 followers. I think I'm on 25. I'm halfway there now, I think. So, time for another one. Scarito on a lap. Scarenzi still in the pits. Scotty out on a lap. That Alpine does look nice under the lights.
It's a very pretty car, the Alpine, I think.
Scotty loses it coming round the final corner under the hotel, which I think was 14.
Blame your wheels, Scott.
Kept it out the wall though.
Damn Logitech equipment.
Yeah, he's got problems with his actual car as well, hasn't he?
They're just not very good with wheels.
I liked my Logitech, but then it was the first wheel I ever used.
Speedy's having an absolute mare. Who's on a lap here? I've lost him. Zodak. No? Is he? Or is, I think he's just burning some fuel up to start a lap. Simseku's still pushing. He's getting plenty of laps in. Consistently quick as well, considering how little energy he had left at the end of that.
I keep seeing... I've been bombarding Scotty with every time I see a Fanatec set up going up for sale, to sending him the link.
be nice if they weren't so expensive.
Yeah. They've. There's got to be something to happen to bring the price down, because I know they've done their sale to basically clear what stock they've got in, but everything's now out of stock till at least March next year.
Yeah.
Okay, the GTDD was new this year, but they've not really brought anything new out recently. Still does a 25,282, so a thousandths off of Simseku. Speedy background again. On the exit of turn 1. What I found funny was Monday was coming round turn 1. If you go wide and stay wide, it doesn't invalidate your lap.
You've been cheating.
I
What were you telling me?
may have extended track limits a few times Monday. Your teammate was doing it more.
Oh, I could hear him every lap. You were having a great time.
Cornicus goes to the top with a 24.3, Scarenzi a 24.6, so the battle between the Tier 1 title contenders is definitely on.
We're going to see a Senna Prost.
Well, Scarenzi is normally in the Ferrari, so it could be a Schumacher-esque move. As Vader does a 28.2 to take him into 15th.
Come on, Craig, I know you got more pace in you than that, mate. So as title contenders, Tier 1 are, as expected, very close at the top. And then, am I correct in thinking Panda,
Mrs. Carl,
Mrs. Carl, Slinky is there or thereabouts, maybe a bit further behind, and Vader as well, yeah?
Slinky is 20 points off, so yeah, he's in mathematically doable.
Okay.
I've added a button to my I can't even think what that bloody thing's called. Stream Deck. Just to
You say you've added a what?
Stream Deck, but it's not a Stream Deck.
Oh, but
It's the app on my phone.
I thought you said a bus. Oh, what do you mean you've added a bus to your Stream Deck?
I need to play around with that Stream Deck actually to still lost it. I mean,
that's much less than ideal. It's not going to be a free pass for anyone, but it will be in Q2. Is that exactly the same lap time as Simseco as well before that?
No, it's not DNF'd him, so he's retired in the pits.
Oh, is it? Okay.
No, I
Ignore
thought
me.
he'd lost it because as he retired, someone span and I couldn't quite see who it was.
Okay. That's the last time I go on your information. Speedy, what are you doing? Every time I look at the map, I see a light blue dot wandering off somewhere. I know you've been away and you've been on a big flight.
Retired. Get the Red Bull. Add some vodka. And some tequila. So Panda's second lap was on the same tyres with a low fuel load, which is why he took it down to a 25.5. So I think they're going to want to be in the 27s to get through.
In the what side did you say?
to make it through.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I know Frenzy could go quicker, but he'll probably choose not to go quicker. Scott could be quicker if his hardware allows. I think you want. I mean, to be comfortable, you're probably going to want to be breaking into 26s. I find it so hard to keep track of what's going on in qualifying because nothing marries up. Like, you can see the list, but that means nothing compared to where it is on track. Screns is going again. Don't know whether he's on. Is he on scrub tyres? 1 lap. Yeah, so they'll be scrubbed then. Yeah, if it says 1 lap.
Yes. Yeah, he's.
Because it doesn't count out laps and in laps, does it?
Yeah, he's on 1 timed run on those.
Yeah, scrub tyres then. Okay. We've had an Alfa Romeo go around. It's Hefe. Oh no! Oh, that's devastating. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, wow. AI is useless, you know. So basically, he span out coming through turn 2, which put him into the... Well, not even into the end of the pit lane. In some runoff.
To Ludifer on Monday. And it...
Yeah, it then DQ'd him, turned him round, and then as the 2 Alpians were coming out of pitch, just dives across in front of them to go into like a service road. Yeah. I were half expecting to see blue wings come past.
So Frenzy's stayed in.
How screwed to get on.
Vader's stayed in. He's done his laps on the hards.
So really, the only person that can now get out is Scotty.
And Speedy.
Oh, and Speedy, sorry.
So.
Not that I ain't got faith in you, Speedy. Sorry, I just didn't see.
So Vader will be watching this nervously. Speedy comes to start his final lap. We've got yellow. I think that was Scotty letting Scarenzi through.
Yeah, it was. Well, would you like to watch Speedy or Scotty?
Speedy has made it through sector 1.
I shall keep an eye on Scotty then.
I'm watching the blue dot of Scotty as well. Speedy's 17 seconds up through sector 1, but he's on 153.
Does Panda have telemetry enabled for you?
I will tell you in 1 moment when I can find where my mouse has gone.
Because I'll tell him how to do it if he doesn't. Well, I'll do it after we've watched these 2 little laps.
I can't tell unless he's on track.
Ah, okay. It depends. Basically, Panda, it depends whether you've got your telemetry public. Am I right in saying, Rob?
I'm keeping an eye on Speedy on the stream.
Basically, if you do have it enabled, it means through SimHub, which Rob will be running on his stream, he can see more detailed information about your tyres, your car, your fuel, things like that.
So on my stream, you'll see those 2 as Speedy goes off into the wall on the final corner and invalidates. So Speedy will be out.
Scott's looking nice. Solid lap, P8.
Knocks Vader out.
Unfortunately, knocks one of the title contenders out.
But still, it's Abu Dhabi. Turn 1s can be a carnage.
Well, there is reassurance to be taken in the fact that that was done on hards. At least it can take...
Yeah, there's only a 10th off getting through, and on hards, that's actually a decent effort.
Panda should now have telemetry for you, Rob.
We'll put the telemetry up. As I suppose we need to take screenshots of that, don't we?
So now, Rob will be able to see your tyre wear, tyre life, a bit more information on damage on your car, things like that, which is very useful.
Less useful during quali, but definitely useful in the race, especially the damage.
Yeah, especially there's been contact there. Is the damage? Don't really know. Can't see anything.
Spectator view shows a perfect car, but when you look at the telemetry, actually the floor's destroyed. I have to put lap data back on.
No, in a word, Speedy. No, I did not.
You could have done better.
I'd like to say I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm just disappointed.
Trying to half keep an eye on if my son needs me. My wife has rudely decided to go out for a get together with the girls tonight.
That made me chuckle a bit too much. my woof. Inadvertently calling her a dog.
No, the dogs better behave.
Good job she's not interested in F1 league racing.
Nah, see, that's the point. I made her follow me on Twitch. Just
dear.
so I can abuse her Prime Gaming sub if I ever get to the point I can take subs. So, let's see. Is Panda. Panda is on an outlap. Let's see what details we can see.
Closely followed by Curly again. And then Welsh
Yep,
Benjamin.
I can see your data now, Panda. Thank you. Panda now coming around the penultimate corner that's now flat out after the remodel.
Yeah, it still deceives me a little bit.
I was hoping they'd do something with turn 1 to make it flow a bit better. So 17.7 from Panda through sector 1. Coming round turn 5 now onto the DRS straight. Fuel load is as you'd expect now.
Oh, Slinky's got no wing. You better get moving, mate, before you get... Oh, this could be another disqualification for blocking pit lane. No, he's got away with it. Did quite well there, actually.
So 53.6 for Panda through sector 2 as he comes round the hairpin of turn 9.
54.4 for Benjamin. Little off his teammates' pace at the minute. Who's following? Curly's looking pretty rapid again. Oh no, never mind, invalidated. Why did I say that?
Cursing commentator. As Panda round the final corner now, crosses the line at 24.9.
24.9. Was it a 26.2
He
last
got
time?
it into 25.5 when he went out. Yeah.
Oh, did it go again? Okay.
So 26.2 for Ben. Zodak at 26.6.
5 for 27.9.
Curly's invalidated.
Spicer goes P2.
25.7.
Mrs. Carl. P5. Scarenze P1, I guess. Oh, P2. It's a miracle. This time yet, Craig. It's a long race.
You've still got the sprint and the race to do afterwards anyway.
Oh yeah. More Abu Dhabi.
Another 39 laps of Abu Dhabi. Well, at least they'll know the new track layout. They'll have had enough of it by then.
That's true.
Just don't forget, you cannot carry your mediums over from the sprint to the feature race. As I think you found out Monday.
Might have. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my headset as I go.
So
you don't need the facilities for it, Craig. You just need everyone else to have less of the facilities for it.
So Panda still on the 24.9, back in the pit. Scarenzi into the pits with his 25.3. Spicer 25.7. Ben 26.2. Zodak 26.6. Thank you for the follow, Speedy.
It's a little bit. I mean, it's close in places, but it's a little bit more spread out than I thought it would be. But it is. It's not the easiest track to nail over a lap.
So Viper's done a 27.9 on the hard tyre. So only 2/10 off of HK. Shaunka's still in the pit. Scotty just starting his lap now.
Simseko is pushing as well. He's on a lap.
Scotty's wheel giving him grief. It's a spun it coming out of turn 5. Odd place to have a spin, I'd have thought.
Yeah, I might have caught some curb on the outside. I know I were having I had a lot of issues with traction around here. Simseko's coming to finish his first flying lap. 24.6. Very speedy.
Scarenzi just coming back out of the pits on a fresh set of tyres.
Slinky's going to attempt to... Oh no, Slinky's coming back in.
Not feeling the mediums.
Not sure. Has he got any damage? Maybe? That way he's boxed?
I can't tell because he's not got the data turned on. So who do we get did?
HKM improves. Moves up to P8, 127.324 on very nicely worn in softs.
Scotty does a 46.6. Oh, he had that spin, didn't he?
Oh, still sneezes round. Another one in pit entry. It's such a... Oh dear. Another disqualification. That's such a bad design.
And the car's just... The AI is horrendous there.
Terrible.
Reversed him back into track, then stopped in the middle of the track, and then decides to go and park up.
You know what they say, if you spin, be as unpredictable as possible. Please don't, if anyone's listening, please don't be as unpredictable as possible. Screns is just getting a little bit of practice in at this point.
So,
Seem to be stringing a few laps. Yeah, Slinky is back out on some softs now.
so Viper out now on the mediums. The Thornicus does a 24-1 to take provisional pole. Or, well, at least of this session anyway.
Scotty's about to finish his lap. Oh, caught it. Go off, caught it. He crossed line before it well at least.
Minor front wing damage.
It don't really matter, I suppose, at this point. Lap's done. P7 might be enough. Yeah, there's a second between him and P10 at that point.
So we've got Mrs. Cole on a 27.7 is out on track and improving. Viper currently on a 27.9, out on track. Curly on an outlap. Slinky on an outlap. Stay on board with Mrs. Cole as one of our tier 2 title contenders. She will be pushing hard because Cole's promised to buy her a car if she wins the championship.
A real car?
He said
Or a
I
toy
said
car?
Hot Wheels, he said Little Tykes.
You could buy a steering wheel for the rig car. I know where there is one. One careful owner.
He'll even sign it.
I mean, I don't have much of a signature, but sure, if that's what you're into.
Mrs. Cole jumps up into
Viper.
6th with a 26.1.
26.6. Oh, Viper's right on the cusp. Was the risk on mediums worth it? Oh, Zodak's off-roading.
Yellow in sector 3 means I can't see the timer. Let's go back. We've got 3 minutes left.
Curly's starting a new lap. Scotty's coming to the box. Slinky's about to finish his lap. And we'll go P5. That's knocked Viper straight back down.
So Viper should... Oh, I don't know. Don't think he will have time to get back in and out.
I think the person of interest now will be Curly for the moment in time. Zodak's in an out lap, yeah, he'll be the first one to finish a lap.
So Curly coming to the end of sector 2, a 53.7. Purple sector 2 according to the track map. Yes, Speedy, Moylan did use Johnny's setup for Monday.
I use Johnny's setup for
The
everything.
entire season.
I'm too lazy to even think about doing setups.
That's it.
Curly, will it be
Think
enough?
it will.
It will.
25.4.
P6. Side lap.
So,
Mrs. Cole's boxing. Slinky is invalidated, but I think he'll be boxing anyway.
Scotty is on the bubble.
HKM not using any energy at this moment in time. I think he's going to be setting up to go for a lap. Scott is going to be staying in then. He ain't got
He's
time.
on the way out.
Oh no, it's going to be close. It's going to have to be a fairly swift out lap. And he's going to have to let this Ferrari go.
No, the Ferrari will be passing before he gets out the pit lane.
Slowed down, he urged you.
He's got 124. He should be able to get it right. He is going to have to push on it though.
Viper's still pushing. He's 2/10 down at this moment in time. He needs a he needs a good half a second to get into top 10 at this point.
Up as he goes through sector 2 on his previous time. Oh, very deep there. It keeps it without invalidating.
Running out of energy now. Runs it wide, invalidated.
Well, I think he backed off at the end of that. So Viper will be out. Scotty's got 30 seconds. He should get it round.
Yep. Benjamin's out. He's in the pits.
Cole's at risk in P10.
So I think the only people capable of moving up, HKM is going to cross the line. Is he going to improve at all? No, he's slower. I think he's going to struggle to improve now. His tyres are going to be way past the best. So, really, it's going to be on what Scott can do. No pressure, Scott.
It's 2/10 up through sector 1. Could put him on a 26.15. So keep it tidy for the rest of the lap and you through to Q3, Scott.
Could do with HKM bailing out of his way unless he's pushing, which he is. 2/10 up still.
Give Scotty a nice bit of a tow down the DRS, puts him 3/10 up.
3/10 now. He still up this Ferrari stays out of his way, which he does it nicely. That's in the HKM then. No improvement for him. Can Scotty squeeze his way into Q3?
This is going to be a 25.2.
Oh, he doesn't squeeze his way in it. Cruised his way in end. P6. Must have had a really bad last sector on his previous lap.
Great run from Scotty there. Unfortunately, that does mean we're saying goodbye to Mrs. Cole, Ben, Viper, HK and Stilled Sneeze. Speed is asking what tyre pressures you ran for Johnny's setup on Monday. I'm guessing near minimum.
It's going to be very low. I think at the most, the fronts would have been minimum. The rears might have been one notch up. That's about it. But I'd probably just run them on minimum, just because I don't know for sure.
And tyre wear between the medium and the hard was actually pretty similar.
Yeah.
Pace was better on the mediums, but
so we've already lost 2 of the tier 2 title contenders. Panda and Slinky very closely matched at this moment in time. This may well come down to who actually finishes.
yeah, it will. Or yeah, it could. Tier 1, Scorenzi looks to have it covered. He's only realistically got to finish in the points and it's his. Yes, we have 2 Haas into Q3, Curly. It's like...
That's normal. You've seen K-Mag do it. If you don't get pole, that's a downgrade. I want to see 2 white cars leading Fieldway.
What do you think of Mick's move to Mercedes?
I think it's good for all involved. I don't think he's ever going to be. I doubt he'll ever get a seat at Merck in like a race seat, but I think they needed a solid test driver or reserve driver, and he needed some sort of confidence booster.
And the team, I think they've got a history of actually supporting their reserves, because they ran Ocon when he lost his seat.
Yeah.
Toto managed to get him back into a seat.
Yeah, probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't rate him that highly.
Schumacher.
I don't. No, Schumacher. I don't think he's a bad driver by any means. None of them are bad drivers, or they wouldn't be there. I just don't. I think Ilott would have been better with that seat than he would have. Considering how that title was won, I think he really looked out to be in that position in Haas in first place, and I don't think he's shown anywhere near enough to warrant keeping it. I wouldn't have brought Hülkenberg in, that's another matter. I think he's a waste of time as well, but I don't think he showed enough to. I mean, he had 2 years and really he didn't. You look at likes of Leclerc and Russell and things like that who were consistently outperforming car.
Yeah.
And you just didn't get that from him. Anyway, back to another young prospect in King Phi Panda. See how he gets on in Q3.
Very the same as the TTFL, Mick. I mean, you're going to snap the car in half.
It's TTFL Latifi and I'm Mick.
Oh, Mazepin kicked out before the season starts.
I think I would assume everyone's going to be on fresh softs at this point. Yeah.
No. Zodak's on U soft. Scotty's on a U set of softs. Yeah.
Are they? Oh, they all show fresh for me.
Scotty's showing 13% wear. Zodak's showing 24% wear. So, are you looking at tyre detail? I think that's laps in this session. I don't think that's overall laps.
Could be. What? I have no idea, to be perfectly honest.
I'm guessing as well.
Anyway. Panda coming around to finish his first lap. Screns has been closing down a touch, I think, over this lap. Not massively, but a little bit. I expect him to go a touch quicker. 24.5 is a really good start, though. Screns 23.8, yeah, slightly quicker. Slinky 24.9, and then Scott. Bit of wheel speed on exit 26.5, which would correlate to used tyres if you're seeing it correct and I'm not.
So Zodak just coming around now at 26.7.
Spicer's going to be the next one to keep an eye on, I think.
Now we've got telemetry data for Spicer as well. He was definitely on a fresh set. Simseku, no data. Vader's feeling that we've violated him. Vader loves a bit of violating.
No. Yeah. Only you can prove me wrong, mate.
So Spicer 25.8 as Scarenzi's second run at 23.844. Simseku pops in at 24.2.
Had Scarenzi not already done that lap?
The table on my screen jumped up.
He's just boxed.
The race director.
Unless it's Simseku you've seen jump up.
Must have been, because, yeah. It's This would
Anyway.
be better if the leaderboard actually showed you how many places they've jumped up as the times are done, rather than just reorders itself.
Just popping them in.
Cornicus is coming round to start his first timed lap.
Both Haas cars yet to budge. I wonder if this shorter set of tyres compared to everyone else and just doing one run. Oh, or a bit of a snap.
Second pits. Come back to Cornicus.
17.5 first sector. I can't remember what Screnzi did, so I can't compare it. Class a bit of curb there though.
Let's get a good exit onto the second DRS. That new corner, I'd never found a line that felt right through there.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say I still don't know what quickest way around that is. Looks tidy though.
It does.
I mean, it's hard to tell completely what's going on with car on this game anyway, but I haven't seen any major snaps.
That's what's it.
24-0. Just under 2/10 behind.
Got time to get back in and get out again.
Spice is invalidated again. Scott's on his second run. Fresh tyres for you this
It
time,
is
Scott?
fresh tyres this time around, so
It must be laps in session then, because it still says 0 for me.
got nicely up to 10.
Who's that leaving the pits? Zodek. And there goes Kaylee. We will see a Haas in Q3 with lucky number 13. We're going to have to watch for Scott coming out.
Scott's just coming round turn 1 now. He's probably going to catch just on the back.
McLaren stays nicely out that way. Very generous from Zodek. I think he's retired in the pits. He's done everything he can.
Curly keeping out the way as well.
Spice is pushing. He's going to be very marginal on fuel though. Half a lap left.
Is he pushing to try and get in and get back out again?
I don't know, because I mean he's on 3 lap old tyres now. It's not his first run on them. I'm not sure how Scott's getting on because I keep missing him crossing
I've literally
splits.
just seen it flash up and then paid no attention to it. I couldn't even tell you if he was up or down.
Yeah, Spice is boxing.
So coming into the final corner, it does look
I think he's a little bit quicker.
it's a
Yeah,
it's a
24.9.
lot quicker, 1.6 seconds faster that lap.
P5 as it stands. Panda pushing, showing as a 10th down for me. Sector 1.
Yep, it is for me as well.
Zodek puts. Never mind. No, ignore that.
Simseku has come in to the end of his. No, that's an out lap. Hate the way it started doing that now.
Oh, it eliminates outlap before they finish their outlap. Oh, it's a 10th up now. Panda's found a decent couple of 10s in sector 2. Now for the lovely intricate sector 3. Needs to find just over 3 10s to get himself up into P3. Can he find the 3 10s? No, not quite. 2 10s. Still a decent effort though. Curly's going to come round to complete his first flying lap and his only flying lap, I would imagine.
Left a little bit of time. They're not running as wide round the penultimate corner as you can get away with.
Yeah. Curly puts it up into P7. Decent place. Who else is coming around? Zodak's looking quick. P5 pushes down Scott.
Takes 2 seconds out of his previous time. That's a good lap.
Shawnicus, that's an outlap. That's going to be Moshi next then. P8 pushes his teammate down.
Spicer's on an outlap. Simseku just coming round.
Yeah, another outlap as well. Spicer is still shown as being on really old tyres for me.
He is for me as well.
It's a bit of a practice session now. Panda's boxing, he's done. Scarenzi coming around, he's over 3 tenths up. It's gone under radar that lap. 23.4 extends his advantage to pretty much bang on 6 tenths per second. Shonicus is a quarter of a second up.
Simseku's invalidated, Zodak's invalidated. So can Thornicus find another half a second in the final sector?
So big ask. He found a decent amount. Puts himself up into P. Well, doesn't put himself up into P2. It moves himself to within, well, just over a tenth. Moshi is on an in-lap.
That's it.
Simseku's done. Yeah, that's it. Game over. Scarenzi P1, Shonicus P2, which, to be honest, I could have predicted. Not sure which order it were going to be, but they have been extremely quick. They both deserve to be first and second in the championship.
Yeah, notice how close you were to the flag coming out, Spicer. Pit crews.
Panda's put himself.
Pit crews really don't work quickly when it comes to qualifying.
No, no, they don't. We need to go now. Anytime you're ready.
That's the other one to talk about. The team leader silly season.
Yeah, I can't help but think that there's some setup going for Audi entering.
Just a bit with Seidel, and then
yeah, he knows something that they're not letting on. Panda's put himself into a nice position there in P4, a net P1 for tier 2. And he's got a good cushion behind him as well, before he gets any risk compares.
Panda just needs to keep it clean. Scarenzi as well, just he's got the consistency to just keep lapping at a decent rate, and he doesn't even need to worry if Thornicus does put him under pressure. He can let him go and still take the title. It's going to be...
You know, he's still going to
want
win though.
It's going to be keeping an eye on the Tier 2 standings that's going to dominate this race.
Yeah. Well, to make it easy, if Panda beats everyone, it's done. That's the easy way of looking at it.
So from an interest point of view, we want to see Panda have a mare and just everyone else get right on his tail.
I want to see a Vettel at Brazil in, what were it, 2013, 2012, 2013? One of them years where he got spun out and then came and passed everyone. It's nice to see a full grid.
What tyre have they gone for? So your top 5 are on the medium, Scotty and Slinky on the hards, Mossy on the medium, Curly and Spicer on the hard, Mrs. Carl on the medium, Ben on the soft, Viper on the hard,
That's a
HK
ball call.
on the medium, Steeled on the hard, Vader on the soft, hoping for an early safety car, Frenzy on the hard,
Possible.
Scorito, Speedy and Heffy on the medium. So it is a one stopper unless we have safety cars, and whilst formation laps on, I'm just going to end attendance for GP2.
It's a bit of a tricky one, this track, as far as tyres are concerned. I mean, it depends what allocation you've gone for. So, say you've given yourself more sets of mediums, it is viable to start on a set of hards, even if there's a really early safety car. You can then run 2 sets of mediums, which is going to put you on some decent pace, but you are going to be further back. However, the guys on softs, I would think, they're going to need a safety car of some sort within the first 6 laps.
Yeah.
Before they start losing time. Frenzy's disconnected. I'll try and invite him back before it starts.
I've done him an invite as well.
Oh, Mrs. Carl's gone.
It's good to have a car.
Moshy's been disqualified. What is happening?
Oh, they're all spinning at the back. That was an Alpha Tauri going round. Oh, that was that must have been Frenzy rejoining, confused the formation lap. And here we go: 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The leaderboard's going to pot. It's lights out and no one's moved. Please don't play up.
Oh, now it's go.
So Scorenzi holds on at the start. Zodak and Simseku swapping places. Panda now past Simseku as well and up into 4th place. Great start from Panda. Speedy up into 14th. Battling with HK.
Why is it disqualified, Mrs. Colin Frenzy?
I don't know. Oh, Mrs. Cole disconnected during formation lap. I think that's what's caused it.
Where's the car? Car should still be there though, right?
Should.
Even if you're not.
Yeah, Mrs. Cole's asking for a restart.
I don't understand what's happened there.
That's the lobby's screwed her.
Yeah.
As Zodak is into the wall. Viper's had a moment as well somewhere.
Yeah, did you get qualifying results?
I did.
Because I think we need to restart this. I would suggest it's screwed.
Yeah, I did get quality results.
Right, I'm going to back out, start making another one.
So, anyone in the stream, can you abandon race? We're going to reset up the lobby. Try and avoid all these issues. So Moreland's dropped out and is going to be resetting. So come on, everyone, drop out. You've all probably got your sound turned off.
No one's going to be listening. They'll realise after a while.
That's retired. Migrating host. Yeah, Vader's dropped out. So anyone who's racing on Xbox, if you've got the sound on, Xbox, turn off. Always wanted to try that one. I just want to see now. Oh, Zodak Flare. Alexa, turn off Xbox. Well, there are a few dropping out, so hopefully they'll figure it. Right, let me... If I drop out as well, quit to main menu, and then I can... I need that open to get the order. And that... put that on to that for a moment. Just mute that for a minute. Curly, we're doing a reset because the game decided to boot a couple of drivers out, and then things didn't look right when the race actually got underway from a stream perspective. And as there seems to be issues with the lobbies since the latest update, decided best to restart and let everyone have a true run. So as soon as everyone's in, we will get everything set back up. And we want Mr. Cole to have to buy Mrs. Carl a car. What car are you ordering then, Mrs. Carl? That's the all-important question. And don't say an EV.
Or a Fiat 500. You will plummet in my estimations.
Something went wrong. I've been kicked out of the game. For fuck's sake. Do you want
Well, at
to
least it's only you.
Right, at least I can come back in.
Yeah, I can invite you, but not until they've finished doing their
I
setups.
should still have the old invite.
Got my eye on a Ferrari.
Sorry.
Selling your house.
Ferrari, is that code for Fiat?
It's an MR2 with a body kit.
Come on, let me in.
Well, you're going to have missed exactly nothing. Their new start formation lab yet.
Yeah, that's right. They've got to put their setups on. Don't forget to put your setups on, boys and
if you do,
Mrs. Cole.
You silly billies. To get his battery operated one.
There's still a few £100. At least with the kid's battery operated one, you can customise it, and Ferrari won't ban you from ever buying one of their cars again. And I've seen someone who's modded one of the 12-volt battery operated things to run on the DeWalt 54-volt batteries. They look mental.
Right. Attempt number 2, boys and girls.
So it looks like most of them have gone for the same tyres.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, nothing really to make them change their mind.
I think Scotty was hard last time and has gone semi this time. I mean medium.
I don't really think you were like 12, you know that, right?
I am in my mind.
That's trouble. It's a powerful thing, your mind.
I think I ran the first 3 or 4 seasons that I raced with race number 69.
I'm surprised they still let you have that.
I'm surprised no one on the actual real grid picked it.
True.
Right, if you can all park properly at the end of this lap as well.
And maybe bunch up a little bit more. That'd be ideal. That means you, Spicer.
Yes, Spicer, put your foot down. You need to get some heat in those
Vamos.
tyres. I know there's a way to full screen this, but I can't remember what button I have to press.
Scarenzi is already on the grid. As Hefe is barely in Sec 3. That's an interesting angle that is that. Oh dear. Let's see who can't park. Slinky's next. He's done okay. Curly's disqualified, he went too far. Oh sorry, Moshe, Curly's nailed it. Spicer's nailed it. Mrs. Call stopped 2 places too early and gone again. And got it right. Benjamin's fine. Viper's disqualified. Everybody else has played nice. Okay, let's try again.
So 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's
Go! Is it go? No, he's done it again. Come on.
Someone pull away.
Now go. Oh, jump
Curly.
start for Curly. How often do you see a jump start? And he's gone backwards for his troubles.
So Scorenzi defends the
contact.
start. HK down into 13th. Heffy up into 17th. Frenzy's dropped to the back of the order. Looks like everyone's making it through turn 5.
Panda might have a little look on Simseku, maybe? No, half a look. Does nothing with it. Zerlek's coming at him though. Oh, backed out. Slinky. Oh, it's all going off. Slinky might get 2 for 1. Zodek has lost out big time though.
Panda down into 5th. Scotty. Spicer up into 7th. He's battling with Zodak. So out in front, Scorenzi holding on to the lead from Thornicus and Simseku. Slinky up into 4th. Panda losing out 1 place, currently sitting in 5th. Scotty keeping on the back of Panda as well. Spicer coming under attack from Zodak as they make their way round turn 3 and 4.
Vader's made up a good few places on his softs. Moshi goes on the inside. It's all sorts of lines going on. One thing I do like about them redesigns, it gives opportunity for some unusual lines. Slinky loses out to Panda. Does he? Contacts! That's going to slow them both down. Don't think there's any damage. If anything, it's going to be Slinky's front wing.
Oh, I can't tell from the telemetry. As
I think Slinky didn't realise Spicer were there then. Tried to tuck him behind Scott. Ends up losing out 3 places in 1 go. Spicer's out of energy already. Meanwhile, Speedy's all over the back of Mrs. Call. Okay, does he have to serve it this lap or next lap?
He will need to serve it this lap.
He's going to serve it this lap. That's not ideal for him. I mean, long race, every chance of safety cars.
He could do with a safety car as soon as possible
Now.
to bring him back into it.
DRS this lap.
Speedy up into 14th. Scorenzi's got over a second gap back to Thornicus.
Yeah, the front 3 have completely checked out.
So Panda currently running P1 for tier 2. He's doing everything right at the moment, but he has got Scotty and Spicer for company. Spicer completely out of ERS. Scotty and Panda holding very similar levels. Motley
Slinky
going
runs really wide.
up the inside of Slinky there, taking full advantage of Slinky's little error.
Yeah, I think it's going to be his hard tyres alone, he'd just be starting to come into play, I think. Oh, big snap from Scott. Well saved. He's lost touch with Panda though. Dropped out of his DRS. Zodak, I think Zodak's just had a moment. He's lost out to Benjamin. Vader's now right with both of them.
Come on, Vader. You need to work your way through this order.
Plenty of battery to play with. Gonna be looking for a good exit out of here. Not quite as good as you were hoping. Oh, mistake from Benjamin though. That might give him a run on both of them.
He's got Ben. Can he get Zodak
He's got
as
one.
well?
Zodak. Nah, Zodak had just too much of a run, I think. Steel Steez and Mrs. Carl having a lovely old time. Oh, Steel Steez around. Viper's hit him. Speedy's hit him. That's all gone wrong. Any damage? Speedy's got damage. Viper, I would assume, has damage. It was a big hit.
Can't see because he's not there, and it doesn't appear on
Is he going to box? No, he stays out.
On a helicopter shot, so I can't really see properly.
That's it's all gone off in front. Yellow flags. It's Scott. Scott's gone round. Pit exit.
Safety car.
There you go, Kelly.
Scott's still going, just no front wing.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna have an accident, the best you can hope for is that it causes a safety car.
Speedy.
You will have to pit.
Has pitted for a wing and has gone for the soft.
I wonder if he's just going to run a lap and then come back in.
I'll bet he will now the safety car's out.
Front runners. Would you pit?
If Scarenzi pits now, it's not going to show me the bloody pit rejoin.
I would reckon he's going to be somewhere down in the middle of around Vader, maybe.
Yeah, I think he is coming out around
maybe a P8 or P9. He is going to pit. Shonicus stays out. Simseku boxes after a little bit of thought.
Panda's
out. Spicer will stay out because he's on hards. Could cost him some time. Scarenzi. Mosh is in. Slinky's out. Vader's in. Zodak's in. Benjamin. Yeah, he's not going to lose out too much. It might be a P5, something like that.
It's just on the way back out. It's got a bit of a gap to Mrs. Cole to slot into.
Yeah, it's going to be P5.
That's not
too bad, all things considered. All depends on if there's any more safety cars. Nearly everyone else is pitted. Pit lane is chaos.
So 23 laps on the hard. It's doable, but they're not going to be nice at the end. But then, like you say,
I think like your likes of Curly and Steel Sneeze, obviously they're all going to have to pit yet.
I'll be back in 1 moment. I just need to go and sort my lad out.
Goodbye. Speedy is back in for hards. No, mediums. Okay. Mediums can work, especially if you've got 2 sets. Otherwise, I don't think we'll see anyone else come in under this safety car period. But it will. I would imagine it's going to do 3 laps, considering how far behind Speedy is. So anyway, as it stands, Scarenzi would still take the tier 1 title. Shonicus would get maximum 25, but he pretty much needs Scarenzi to not score, I think. Panda would also, sitting in P2, be taking the tier 2 title. Although Mrs. Carl has made significant progress. Granted, some of that's come through other people's pit stops, but you know, track position can be king sometimes. Slinky's sitting nicely as well on his hards.
Right, I'm back. Had a question from Ellie. Where did Thornicus need to finish to beat Scarenzi in the championship? I think from
P1.
memory, Thornicus needs the win and Scarenzi to not finish.
What's the gap? 24 points. So would Shonicus get it on wins?
If he wins, he'll get 25.
So if Scarenzi he needs to be higher than 10th. If he scores 1 point and Shonicus wins, because Shonicus will get it on wins. Because he'll have 4 as opposed to Scarenzi's 3. Yeah?
I'll take your word for it. I don't know off the top of my head.
24 point gap,
Oh, no,
25 for winning. Yeah. That's what I was looking at. It says it on your list, you pod. Yeah, unless the fastest lap point comes into it. Basically, provided Scarenzi finishes 10th or above, Shonicus can't win it.
Yeah, he'd need the win and fastest lap, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and even then... I know, then if he got the fastest lap as well, Scarenzi would have to finish 8th or higher.
Yeah, 8th, yeah.
Yeah, because he'd need 3 points as opposed to 2.
We'd get there in... I forgot your stand-ins for TTFL have the win count, Emma.
It's all encompassing.
Still under safety car on lap 8. I better tell RPR that they're going to be late.
Oh, we're going to say winner. This is not going to be done for 10 o'clock. Don't curse it. Don't say he's won it yet. Don't curse it. Stranger things have happened. So I'm trying to think of things to say, but there's just nothing happening. Every bit of information that was needed for the championship battle has been said several times. Now there's nothing to talk about next week because there is nothing next week.
No, next week it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, next week at this time I'll probably be off my face. Not on drugs for anyone listening. Alcohol. Okay, safety car in. Right, here we go. I think while Scarenzi's sat in a nice place as far as strategy goes, provided there's no more safety cars, he needs to get these cleared fairly sharpish, because Shonicus will disappear, I suspect. Plus the fact you don't really want to be in a pack when you're fighting for title. Let's see, can Shonicus catch Panda out?
Otherwise, Panda's going to want to try and keep in front of everyone as well.
He's got his own title to think about. Well, this is the thing, Panda and... he's gone, he's not really... Has he gone? No, he's not gone. Now he has. Spice gets a bit of a jump. Scarenzi.
Slinky's got a great restart there.
Oh, Slinky's gone round. It's not that great of a restart. He's gonna have to wait for ages as well. Oh, that's painful.
All the way down the order after that start as well. Oh, I've done that
Scarenzi looking
myself
to the
enough
outside.
times. I know how he'll be feeling. Scarenzi almost instantly putting Spicer under pressure.
Simseko coming past Mrs. Carl. Spicer and Panda having contact.
No damage on Panda. No damage on Spicer. Scarenzi side by side with Panda. Simseku coming round the outside as well.
P3 for Scarenzi. Spicer looks to be jumping around a little bit for me. I don't know if it's the same for you. Yellow flags, that's a Alfa Romeo, it's Hefe. Broken front wing, left end plate missing. Slinky gets past, but they're both going to have to pit anyway. Scarenzi up inside to the last corner, that's an unusual passing place. It's just Shonicus has disappeared a little bit, as suspected.
Spicer's not giving it up though.
No, Scarenzi's got it done, it's clear. Done exactly what he needed to do. A little bit airy in places, but he's exactly where he wants to be. Moshe. Go on, sorry.
Ellie's saying Spicer's lagging big time.
Yeah.
Doesn't look to be on my feed. But
I think it's just the odd occasion. Like if you watch corner exit, it's I think it's a little bit of desync going on.
That wonderful thing that seemed to get added in on this version of the game.
They have to add some sort of issue.
Like they didn't add enough when they just reset the game back to, oh, we'll go with day one from last year.
Panda dropped down to 5th now.
Scarenzi's taken 8/10 out of Shaunicus's lead on that lap.
Yeah.
So Scarenzi's got the pace. Mrs. Cole right behind Panda. That's an important one for the tier 2.
Kelly's round. Oh, it's going to be a pile-up. Well dodged by everyone apart from Zodak, who was just unlucky. Kelly's doing his best, Austin Powers. There we go. Unfortunately, he's back to where he was at the beginning of the race.
Spicer looking to be out of ERS again, coming under pressure from Simseku.
Yeah, it should be an easy move. Got DRS assistance as well. Frenzy on Viper. Oh, a little bit of contact.
I'm doing my normal, getting distracted by RPR chat.
Slinky with a penalty. Running wide, turn 1, I think. Steel Sneeze and Mrs. Carl still going at it. They're having a great time.
Mrs. Cole wants that Ferrari. Cole's banging out the PayPal payments.
Whoa. Benjamin's done really well not to run into the back of Viper there. Not to bail out. Scott's looking to be opportunistic. It'll work. Alpine trying to recover after a disastrous first 10 laps. Scarenzi is right with Shaunicus now. Really doesn't need to do anything. I know he'll want to, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to exist and be a nuisance at this point.
Very no, I think Shaunicus has the advantage on the ERS.
Yeah, does at the minute.
But Scarenzi with the DRS
Effie's gone round.
gets the move done into.
Oh, slide from Shaunicus. That's blown it. He's going to be too far back now. I think he'll have too much grip through the last sector.
those 11 lap old mediums are going to be feeling it. If pandas are anything to go by, they're running on about the 40% mark. Vader's got past Moshi, so Vader's up into 8th place.
Oh, Shonika's round. That's going to be curtains. No damage, I don't think, but that's out of points for the moment in time, anyway. Yeah, he's going to box. Did he pick any damage up? Or his tyre's just dead?
I think his tyres are going to be dead. He's going to be praying for a safety car in a few laps.
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, although the Tier 1 title race might have just ended,
Tier 2
Mrs. Cole's working her way up quite nicely at Back Panda, and she's on the harder tyres at the minute.
And Vader's following her now as well.
They're both going to lose play. I mean, Vader's looking, he's actually pitted. Neither of these two have pitted yet, so they're both going to drop down.
I think Vader's going to, it's not going to get to the end on these mediums.
I would doubt it, but they are all very much in a fight together now. Who's gone straight on? Frenzy? What's happened to Frenzy? That looks like some sort of failure. Oh, yeah, find a gear, mate. Yeah, I would suggest that's hardware failure. No, he's going again now. That was bizarre.
That were very strange.
F is round again, he's a lap down now. I think he might get disqualified as well, because he can't move. Please don't drive in front of him if it does. Yep, there it is.
So the AI reverses down an escape road.
Where's it going?
Past.
It's kind of out of the way, I suppose. Provided you don't get a snap on exit. Anyway, Skrenzi's now got a very healthy lead. If you throw it away at this point, mate.
Panda's pitted. Panda's pitted and has come out in 14th.
A long way down. Well, got plenty of clear track. Chance of an undercut.
Oh, Mrs. Cole gets a nasty exit there from the chicane. That's going to put her under pressure from Vader. Moshi's taken advantage. Vader had to back out.
Speedy's gone round again. He's just, yeah, he's going to be Panda's next target now.
So if Mrs. Cole pits now, she comes out P13, just in front of Panda. Frenzy's retired in the pits.
I don't think can she pit yet? I think it's too far for mediums. Oh, she is. She's gone for it. Now, this could be interesting. Vader needs to, well, it's easier said than done, but he needs to clear Moshe and just try and get on with it.
Yeah, he needs to get back past him. Moshi took
Viper's in
advantage
as well.
of Vader having to get on the brakes to avoid the back of Mrs. Carl.
I think Panda's gonna have Mrs. Carl here fairly comfortably.
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna come out in front of Shonika, though she will be on cold tyres, however.
Cold mediums could come up to temp.
Probably best advice to Mrs. Carl at this point is if Shonika catches you, just let him go and use him, because we know how quick he is.
Let him drag you along.
You're not in a direct fight. You're in two different championships. Yeah, Slice has still got a bit of jumping around going on for me.
Just jumped on.
Vader's got past Moshe. That's me not looking.
Yeah, Moshe's now got Scotty for company as well.
Yeah, this is where Craig needs to get his head down and just push. Slam some good laps in, and then he can get on a nice set of, maybe even, depending on how far he can go, he might even get softs. Yellow flag, that's a Ferrari, that's Spicer. Oh, that could be bad. Oh.
That's full safety car.
That's perfect for Vader. That's going to bring him out, effectively leading the title fight. I don't think he's going to be there on the points. Do you have the points? Let me have a look at the points.
Points are up on the screen now. So Vader's currently 114, Panda's
12 behind. So, oh, this is confusing. Say Vader wins it. I mean, as it stands, he is first in tier 2, correct?
Yes.
So he's on 25. Panda is second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh?
Yeah, so he's down in the 6 or 8 or 6, I think.
Basically, it's going to be more than 12 points.
Yeah.
Mrs. Carl is below him. It's going to get interesting.
It's going to be a bit of working out at the end, and Vader is coming in. What's he going on to?
He's got a fresh set of mediums, that's what he'll want. If he's got a fresh set, that's the question.
Mediums going on.
Yeah, fresh set. Where is Panda? Panda's in as well. Mrs. Carl stays out.
This is going to make it.
Not sure that's the right call from Panda. It depends on what he's got. If he's got fresh mediums, I kind of get it. But he's going to have a lot of work to do.
He is going on to new mediums.
Yeah, he's got a lot of cars to pass.
So Scarenzi pitted.
Speedy stayed out, he's P4.
Thornicus has pitted as well. Scotty stayed out. Simseku's been in.
Scarenzi pitted, missed that.
He had time to do it, the lead built, and he needed to.
So Vader's now effectively P1. Mrs. Carl's effectively P2, making the gap, the points difference between them 7.
Yeah.
What's the gap between them at present? It
4.
is 4. So that'd be enough for Craig to jump and beat Panda as it stands. Oh dear me.
Our new tier 2 was going to be where all the action was tonight. So we've got 12 laps.
I mean, it's not over, not by any stretch, but it has completely flipped on its head. Vader was bottom in qualifying of the 4. Mrs. Carl was then second bottom, and then Panda and Slinky were up near front. But there is still chance for some mistakes.
Slinky is the only one carrying a penalty. So Scotty is on 12 lap old hards.
Yeah, it's going to be. He's going to have to be in pure defence mode.
Speedy's on 12 lap old mediums.
He's in no hope mode. 23 laps is going to be rough.
Everyone else is either on a new set of mediums or a lap or 2 old.
Yeah, oldest aside from that's Mrs. Carl, I think. 3 laps. Again, they should be able to get to end fairly comfortably, but they're not going to be quite as good as everyone else's.
There's 3% difference in wear between 3 to 4% between Mrs. Carl and Panda.
Okay.
So at least looked after those tyres.
Yeah, to be fair, I think 2 of them have been under safety car though, haven't they? And one would have been, lap 1 would have been cold. So they've not really done a full pace lap yet.
Pack is almost all together. Does look like we've got another
Yeah, I'll
lap
be
on
in
the
this
safety
lap.
car. Oh, there we
No.
go.
It heard you. Right, Screnzy's turn. See if he can catch out someone. As much as I like the chillness of commentating and being able to sit and drink beer, do kind of wish I were in it. As much as I hate it sometimes. Part of me thinks I could have done alright. Anyway, he's gone. He's got a decent start. I mean, traction to be expected over Scott's hards. Scott's done alright though. He's not under imminent threat. And then who is? Anyone? Nope. Everyone's pretty much line of stern. Zodak's looking at Panda. That's going to be... Oh, it's going to be bad. Yep, contact. Zodak's gone round. That was a degree of inevitability to that, to be honest. You're never going to get 2 through there.
Panda managed to keep it on track though, which he needs to try and get this championship. Vader still gets past Speedy. Speedy not giving up on it, on the inside into the chicane.
Oh. I hope that weren't damaged. Vader's gone round. Scott's gone round.
Scott.
Mrs. Carl's got past Vader. It's all going off. Lead of tier 2 effectively changes.
Speedy now battling with Mrs. Carl as well. Speedy back in front. Vader under attack from Mosh. Mrs. Carl under attack from Mosh.
Oh, it's all gone mad.
Vader up the inside under the hotel.
Save it! Well saved. Costing time and a place, but Panda's now up to 8th, right on back of it. Someone's gone round. Spicer's gone round. God, I can't keep up. I'm just having verbal diarrhea.
I'm having trouble getting the words out. I'm trying to keep up with it all. So Mrs. Cole up in 5th place on the back of Speedy.
Panda's just lost out 2 places trying to make a move on Vader. Shonicus is attacking him. Oh, Shonicus has gone deep.
What's happened to HK and Viper battling further back? Coming back to these championship contenders. Shonicus trying to find his way
Panda's
past. Does get the move done into the chicane. It's now going after Welsh Ben.
Not sure if Panda's just playing long game. He backed out quite early against Shonicus. I know you don't necessarily need to fight him.
Mrs. Cole and Speedy still battling out for 4th place on track. Mrs. Cole now coming under attack from Moshi as well. Everyone's back
Yeah,
together.
just let Shonicus go. Teammates for a day.
He needs to try and hang on to the back of Shonicus, and I think Shonicus can pull him through.
Gone deep there. Lost out to Benjamin.
And Panda. Is he going to lose out to Slinky as well?
Not on this occasion.
So coming back at Panda. Can he get the better exit?
Shonicus is going to attack Moshi. Mrs. Carl and Speedy are going at it. Zodak's gone round again on his own. Scarenzi
virtual
is
safety
checked
car.
out. That's going to bunch everyone up nicely.
No, VSC, they should
No, I mean,
maintain
they all have to slam brakes on.
Yeah.
Who's going to get the jump? So as it stands, I believe Mrs. Carl has won the title.
As we are at the minute, yes. It is looking that way, and with 8 laps to go, it's all a tad close.
Oh, Slinky's got jump on Vader. Got a really good restart. He has got that penalty though. Panda is gonna have to do some overtaking, I think. It all depends on how close Speedy can stay to Mrs. Carl. I mean, he's on really old tyres now, and if he starts to drop back, he might indirectly play a nice wingman.
Evening, Duckface. GP2 will be starting pretty much straight after this race finishes, but it's all to play for Tier 2's champion. Tier 1's pretty much tied up, barring a
disaster.
Absolute nightmare.
Moshi's trying to get Speedy, but he's not got any energy left. Mrs. Carl's out of energy, everyone's out of energy. Panda, Ben lets him go.
That's a orchestrated.
Oh, Speedy's it, Moshi, it's all gone off. Chronicus has gone through, Panda's gone through. So by the end of the straight, I think Panda's back in league at title race. Maybe? I'm not sure.
In front of Moshi now, so he's right behind Mrs. Cole in the standings. That gives him...
Yeah, there's 8 points between them. So Mrs. Cole basically needs someone between her and Panda to win it.
So come on, Moshi. Mr. Cole's got to buy that car.
Moshi, has he got damage? No damage.
So Scarenzi has pretty much checked out in front. It's got nearly a 3
I think he's in
lead
cruise
over
mode now.
Shinseku. Stilled in third, in a bit of no man's land, and then it is all back to this battle for Tier 2. Gap currently sitting about 1.3 between Mrs. Carl and Panda.
Chronicus goes through. Yellow flag, is that Spicer? It is.
They would notice Duckface because I've been putting them up on screen like that through the race. So tyre wear wise, Panda's got slight advantage, but it is only a couple of % over Mrs. Cole.
Yeah, Chronicus is going to be putting a bit of pressure on him as well. Someone's gone round. It's Scott, I think. Yep. I'm guessing that's got to have been contact because it's not really somewhere you'd expect to spin.
So Vader's still on the back of Ben. He just needs to work his way through, try and close this gap down in front of him.
I mean, I still don't think this is done.
No, we've got 5 laps to go. It's all still to play for Tier 2.
Mrs. Scar's not just going to let Panda go. She can't afford to. Scott's size pit lane. Okay, never mind. Both Alpines in pit lane. Speedy's going to go soft and possibly steal a fastest lap point away from the equation. Panda
and Mrs. Cole side by
just
side.
get it done. Yeah, gets moved on.
Cornicus trying to find his way through as well. Mrs. Cole rapidly running out of ERS.
Oh, there goes Shonicus. Appeared out of nowhere.
Going around the outside of Panda as well. I don't think Panda's going to fight that because that's not the
No.
battle is in. I do like this tier 2, tier 1. Like you said earlier.
Yeah, it adds mad confusion when you're trying to keep track of it, but it adds another element to it.
Keeps us on our toes and it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the answer for the future. Tier 1, tier 2, and you have them as teammates.
Just have F1 and F2 cars.
No, keep them all in F1 cars, but one tier 1 driver teamed up with a tier 2 driver.
Possible.
Make the drivers, the constructors more interesting as well.
Mrs. Carl, she's going to get DRS, but Panda's also got DRS, as has Moshe. Slinky's sat 3 seconds back. Vader's
Closing.
right on Slinky. Oh, Speedy, that's in the pits. Skrins is still trundling along quite happily. Probably singing some Christmas songs to himself.
Is he, Ellie? Is he singing Christmas songs to you while he's driving around? I'm asking because I know you were in the chat earlier. So Mrs. Carl now just dropping out of the DRS of Panda. A yellow flag in sector 1. That's Speedy's car coming back out. I wish they'd fix that. If you retire in the pits, they actually roll you back in. Vader hanging on to the back of Slinky as HKM and Curly go side by side through turn 3. Curly coming back on the run down to turn 5 though. Gets the position back. Who gets the DRS? Curly's got the DRS. It looks like HK got a better drive out of the corner and is in front as they hit the chicane. HK did lose out to Curly there, but then has the DRS on the run down the second straight. Viper watching everything from behind as well. HK going very wide on the entry. Curly holding
it's all
on.
It's all dulled down a little bit after all that excitement, isn't it? It's shaken out and things have pretty much ended up as they were.
Vader's through Slinky and Welsh Ben.
Slinky's made a mistake, kinda must have.
So Vader's now up into 8th place. He's got the jump on the pair of them. Everyone seems to be opening. The gaps are opening up now as we come towards the final couple of laps. Oh, I can hear the dog in the garden. That means the wife's home. More importantly, it means the conservatory hadn't frozen shut again. But it's alright, I have brought my trusty blowtorch out, so if it is frozen shut by the time I get in...
I can take a blowtorch to it.
I can defrost the lock.
Vader, Benjamin going at it again, Ben gets back past. This is going to be the fight to the end, I think. Holds a nice tight line, Vader. Side by side.
On the outside, into the hotel section. My screen is jumping and glittering all over the place. Yet, looking up at the actual stream, it all looks smooth. I love this TV.
So there's only really 2 fights going on at this point. Well, it's not really a fight. Moshi's hanging on to the back of Mrs. Carl just. And then you've got Ben, Vader, and Slinky. Aside from that, it's pretty much done, barring mistakes.
It's still been a lot closer than I thought it'd be through this race.
Yeah, it has. Safety cars have had a little bit to it, but everyone's putting a good shot. To be fair, I haven't seen anything particularly questionable as far as driving goes. I know we don't catch everything, but the standard of driving seems to be really good. It's been close, it's been harsh, but
it's been fair.
Generally speaking, it's been clean, yeah.
Yeah.
Moshi and Mrs. Carl are having a good go. I'll ride on board with Scarenzi, I think. Who I would suspect might try for a little cheeky fastest lap.
If Zodak doesn't steal it on the softs.
Well, barring a blow up, Scarenzi is going to take the title. I mean, he deserved it. He has been ballistic around most tracks.
He's been consistent as well. I think.
Yeah, he has.
Even when he's not finished right.
It's been there or thereabouts every time. I mean, Shaunikas has done really well, to be fair to him. Barring that mistake, he was in it. But just one of them things.
It's all to go for next season with Tier 1.
Vader and Benjamin still going at it. Vader's going to get through. Ben will get DRS back, I think. Slight DRS advantage for Craig when they started using it. Now they both got nothing. He's going to hang on. Moshi's got a run on Mrs. Carl. Has he? What happened there? She was really slow.
Managed to hold on to that.
Oh, Scarenzi's it, Benjamin. He's gone round. Oh, he's going to pull in front of someone.
That's Slinky, not Scarenzi.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. I got my word. I missed him crossing the line because I saw that. Sorry, Scarenzi.
Panda picks up first place for Tier 2 and takes the driver's title. Well done, Panda. You had to work for it as well.
Yeah.
No given.
They both ran really good races. They both won their respective tiers.
Mrs. Carl second place in the standings, which I do believe is going to move you up into second in the drivers. That'll put you at 18. 32. Yeah, not quite enough for your Ferrari, Mrs. Carl. So go on then. Who's your driver of the day?
Mine?
Yours.
Do I have to be interesting or boring?
You can be whichever you feel.
I mean, Scarenzi's just did everything he needed to do, hasn't he? So, maybe like an unexpected. I mean, let me have a look at results. I don't know. I think Panda drove really well. He were really patient for a lot of it.
I'll be honest, mine was going to go to Panda.
Yeah, I mean, considering at one time it looked like he might not get it, he didn't rush. He just took his time, worked his way through, and ended up exactly where he needed to be. But, I mean, to be fair, aside from that little rear ender on last lap, well done to everyone. Good to watch.
It was.
And clean.
Kept us
More
all
importantly.
busy. Some great racing, a great way to finish the season. We will be back in the new year. Exact date to be confirmed.
TBA. I would guess. I mean, we'll probably want to get it going as soon as possible. It's going to be the first or the second week of January.
Yeah.
So it's between those 2 weeks, I would imagine.
I'm going to have to end the stream there because I need to jump across and get RPR GP2's season finale going, which coincidentally is also at Abu Dhabi, but they've got a sprint. So they've got to do 39
Oh, yeah, we have.
So thank you for watching. If you want to give me about 10-15 minutes, the stream will be back up with RPR's race. If not, I will see you all in the new year. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the follows. And I'll see you in a bit.